Williamson, followed by Dave Houston.
Don Williamson, 2467 Emerson Drive. Every once in a while, it's appropriate that we stop and look at our history. Corona has survived many problems and controversies in the 129 years of its existence. However, one that thankfully is not part of this generation anymore is one of segregation that flourished here in Corona pretty much from its inception on into the 1960s. Today we lost a Coronan that fought the injustices of segregation, who was a champion not only of the Hispanic Latino community, but of all of us. And that is Mr. Ronaldo Aparicio, who passed away this morning at the age of 97 years old. Mr. Aparicio came to Corona in 1940. He worked in the citrus industry, built B-52 bombers before he himself was drafted, and served in the Army for 2 years. As many men in his generation, he dropped out of school when he was in 7th grade to work and support his family in the citrus industry. However, after the war, there was such a thing as a GI Bill that helped that generation of men and women go to school and better themselves in their community. Mr. Aparicio graduated from Corona High School in 1946. Though he was at that time almost 40, he wore a cap and gown. I'm sorry, almost 30. He wore a cap and gown and marched in 1946 right here on this campus and got his diploma. He then went on and got a bachelor's degree in business, a master's degree in education, and a CPA. He has many businesses in Corona, most notably a restaurant, an accounting firm, and he was a teacher at Corona High School for generations of Coronans. He is well remembered. However, the impact he made, after the war was over and the men came back, in those days everyone joined the American Legion. The Hispanic Latino men were told they could not join the existing post here in Corona. Mr. Aparicio and a number of men got together and created their own post, the Joe Domingos American Legion Post 742, which is still in operation today and thriving. And Mr. Aparicio was always an active member of that post. And through that post, and through the efforts of these men, segregation ended. Jobs were opened up to the Hispanic community. The last two men that we had, until this morning that we had that were charter members, that was Mr. Aparicio, and the other that is still with us is Mr. Ace Acevedo. His wife passed away last week, and Mr. Acevedo is not going to be good, but these are giants among us. And the loss of Mr. Aparicio should be mentioned here tonight in remembrance of him and all he accomplished and what his generation did for us. So in memory of Mr. Ronaldo Aparicio, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Donnie.